Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. It is Palestine here. I think I made my last video, maybe it was Friday morning, so maybe it was 2 days ago, and I was talking about my very stressful week. Well, the stress has not abated. On Friday morning, I thought everything was pretty much resolved. I thought that we had drawn a line under the incident that happened on Wednesday, and I thought we were trying to move forward. But that didn't happen. We went to the coffee morning, and it was a Prussian Expression coffee morning, and I wasn't in a very good mood, but I just sat there and I was talking and everything, not about what happened on Wednesday. And then there's this other guy in this coffee morning who's Indian descent, and he's a former criminal barrister. He says that he gave up work because he's got stage 3 liver disease. But he also says that they didn't want to give him any benefits for his stage 3 liver disease. I guess they decided that he should keep on working. And so he gave up work, and he said he was on ESA for a little while, but he's not on ESA now. So he's still not working, even though he's got stage 3 liver disease. And he said that the benefits office said that they didn't pay for stage 3 liver disease. And so, but really what's happened is he's looking after his mother. And so since he's looking after his mother, he doesn't want to work. And I think he just wanted to quit working. And he used having stage 3 liver disease as an excuse, because he could have carried on working. I mean, I've got liver disease as well, and he could have carried on working, but I think that he didn't want to work, and so he just wanted to look after his mother, and then he wanted to use the stage 3 liver disease as an excuse to get benefits. And they gave him benefits for a while, but then they stopped. I don't know what happened. And then I also found out on Friday that his mother and father were living separately. The father didn't want to have anything to do with the mother, so he moved all his things up into the attic of the house and wanted to be completely separate from the mother, and he left this guy to deal with the mother. So this guy obviously has some really deep-seated family issues. So he doesn't have a relationship. He doesn't even have a close friendship. And so he's got problems with his family. And so my boyfriend decided to leave where he was sitting with me and go talk to this Indian guy who had been a barrister. And I don't know what was being said because I was talking to somebody else. But then they all decided, they said, well, let's move closer together. So then when we were moving closer together, then I found out that they were talking about my dyslexic friend, and basically they were vilifying him, and they were trying to make out like he's a criminal mastermind. And I was defending him, just saying, well, I think he's lonely, he's dyslexic, I think he's just really lonely. He doesn't have a good family life. And I was defending him. And they were talking about him. This one guy, who's the former criminal barrister, was talking about him. And then the lady that runs this support group said that she was going to talk to him about all the things that she heard. And I said, no. I said, no. I said, I don't want you to talk to him about me. I said, if I have a problem with a relationship, then I will deal with this myself. And then, so basically, I said there's this other girl that he was friends with as well, and she said that she had to talk to other people. And so I said, well, if you want to talk to this other girl who's friends with my dyslexic friend, and she says something, I said, it's entirely up to you if you want to talk to him about things she says. But I don't want you to talk to him about things that I have said. If I have a problem with my relationship, I will deal with that problem myself. Well, what they had done is they had vilified this guy who's dyslexic and has a learning disability. He wasn't there to defend himself. And so I didn't really think much of it, but obviously the things that this barrister said really got to my boyfriend. And so my friend came over, and we were supposed to go to this place called Oasis. And then my boyfriend said, oh, well, he was being really awkward, and he was saying that when the dyslexic friend is at the house, he's just going to leave and stuff like that. And I found that very hurtful, because I thought that we were trying to draw a line under what had happened, and we were trying to move forward. And obviously my boyfriend doesn't want to draw a line, and he doesn't want to move forward. He wants to keep it going. And so he went to Oasis. He's like, I want to leave. And he would just sit there in his coat, holding his rucksack, wouldn't get anything to drink. And finally, I said, I just can't be dealing with this. And really, my relationship is at a breaking point, because I can't understand why he's acting like this. And I cannot understand why he's acting like this. And the reason why is because he's got like a 30-year-old daughter. He's really nasty. And she did the same thing to me. She talked about me to other people, and she vilified me, and she pretty much got me kicked out of the family. And the only two people who will speak to me are my boyfriend's mother and brother, but they only do that very grudgingly. And my boyfriend's mother does say mean things to me. And also, when I was at Foster Whitler, they talked about me, and they ran me out of the company. So I'm quite sensitive about talking about other people. It's quite dangerous. And so I said, okay, well, if you're going to act like this, I'm not going to the Bible study with you. See, because I only went to the Bible study because he wanted to go. But I said, if you're going to carry on like this, I'm not going to the Bible study. So basically, everybody in the church knows there's a problem, because I put it on the church Facebook page. Said, please pray for me. My relationship is in crisis. And then so yesterday, we went to this free breakfast, and then, but we didn't, I said I would go to the Bible study, but he said no, he didn't want to go. He said that he thought I wanted to go too. He didn't know that I was only going because he wanted to go. And then, so we didn't go to the Bible study, and then we went to Argos and got a yoga mat, because if my friend is tired, he can lay down on the yoga mat. And then I just was so mentally exhausted that I just lay down on the bed watching YouTube videos. And then so my dyslexic friend is coming over today, and I'm making carrot soup. And then so we went to church. People asked how we were doing. My boyfriend said he's not going to talk about it to anybody. You know, he can't, think about this. Now I'm the bad person, because I got upset, and then he went to a coffee morning charity. It's a mental health charity run by mentally ill people, and mentally ill people were there, and he was asking mentally ill people for advice, and it's bad advice, but I'm the bad person. I'm the bad person, because I got upset that all this was going on and they were vilifying my friend who wasn't there to defend himself. And so then we went to church. Some people asked my boyfriend how he was doing. He said, I can't talk about it. So now he's saying he's not going to talk about it. So, and then our relationship is at breaking point because I just can't believe that he has done this. I just can't believe that he is acting like this. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with harassing vulnerable people. I mean, I asked my boyfriend, I said, can you accept? I said, he gave his side of the story. I said, can you accept that it was a miscommunication? He said, yes. And I said, can you accept that it's a clash of cultures? He said, yes. But I just can't believe this. I cannot believe that I went into a coffee morning run by mentally ill people for mentally ill people. I mean, I wouldn't ask anybody in that group for any advice because I know they're mentally ill. And then, and this guy that was a criminal barrister, he was a criminal barrister, for goodness sake. I'm sure that when he was working as a criminal barrister, that he was a very powerful man. But he's not now. He quit work, and he's just looking after his mother. And I'm sure that he just loved it when my boyfriend was asking him for advice. This guy isn't in a relationship. He can't have a relationship. He can't have a friendship. But he's giving my boyfriend advice, and my boyfriend's accepting it, my boyfriend's believing it. And I'm upset. I cannot read you. I put 2 posts on this Depression Expression website. But this morning I put a post in saying that because of what they did at this coffee morning, I spent the whole weekend fighting fires that they created. And I said the people that were talking to my boyfriend were not qualified to give any advice on relationship or friendship. And I said, if all they're going to do is gossip about people, then I don't want to go anymore. And my boyfriend said he doesn't want to go anymore because it's not a safe place. It's just a coffee morning. It's not a support group. It's a coffee morning. He thinks that he can go into this coffee morning full of mentally ill people and ask them for advice. They're mentally ill. They're service users for a mental illness charity. And he's asking them for advice. And so now he's saying he doesn't want to go because it's not a safe place and he doesn't want to talk about it. It's not a safe place because I walked in on them talking about this guy, vilifying this guy, trying to run this guy out of the coffee morning. And I don't know what to do. And then this isn't the first time that my boyfriend has complained about people in that group. And I just told them that I don't want them to talk to my friend about me. I said, if I have a problem in my relationship, I will deal with it myself, which is what needs to be done. And so I don't know what's going to happen. My relationship is at breaking point because obviously my boyfriend's not speaking and he's walking around like a wet wash rag. And I said, well, we can carry on like this for a while, but I don't know how long we can carry on this for. And then he said that tomorrow he's going to have the whole day to think. I said, okay, well, tomorrow when you have the whole day to think, I said, you might decide that you might want to break up with me. And he said that, he's not going to do that, but I cannot cope with this situation. My relationship is at breaking point. I do not agree with harassing vulnerable people. It has been done to me, and I'm not going to do it to anybody else. And so I don't know. Watch this space. I don't know if I'm going to continue going to that coffee morning anymore. I don't want to go. If they're going to be gossiping about people, I don't want to go. And then my boyfriend says he doesn't want to go because it's not a safe space. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're in a public space with a bunch of mentally ill people gossiping about other people. No, that's not a safe space. So watch this space. My day just gets worse and worse. I thought on Friday that we could draw a line over everything that happened and we could move forward. But it doesn't look like that's happening. And then, but my boyfriend did say he was going to apologize to my friend for making him cry. And he was going to apologize to my friend for making him scared. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't know what's going to happen with my relationship because my boyfriend's daughter vilified me and pretty much ran me out of the family. So I know what it's like to be vilified. And I'm not going to be a part of people vilifying my dyslexic friend. I accept his side of the story. I accept it was a misunderstanding. I will be careful about money, with money around him. But I'm prepared to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I don't want to be involved in people saying things about him and trying to get him kicked out of a support group. So I think that's it for this video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. I'm sorry that my video wasn't positive, but it just seems like things just keep getting worse and worse. I don't know if I'm even going to have a relationship next week because I can't carry on like this much longer. It's upsetting me. So thank you again for watching my video, and I'll be making another video on Thursday. And by the way, my boyfriend can't go to the mammogram with me because he's been told he has to attend a job fair. And this job fair is on the same day and the same time as the mammogram. So I'm going to be going on my own. So that's it for my week, my really awful week last week where I've been sick for 11 days straight. We had a lot of really bad things happen with relationships and friendships, and it doesn't look like it's going to be getting any better anytime soon.